Alright guys, this is coffee, and I'm gonna be honest with you. For the rest of the month, I'm gonna answer the rest of the questions that I have. I'm not gonna be able to take any more new questions that I will answer on video. What I will do though is I will reply to your comments in time, and or they can be topics for live streams. So if you have a question, definitely feel free to ask your question down below, and maybe it'll become a live stream topic early for next year. Get ready. Okay, welcome back. I have more coffee here. Sorry to those who are disappointed in the fact that I'm not drinking currently. Again, it's too cold for me to be outside, and I have to get a bunch of these videos done. So thank you guys in advance for watching, tuning in, coming back, and leaving comments down below. Again, I'm not going to be answering any more questions that you ask at this point forward, or I'm not going to answer them in the video responses. But if you do ask your questions, they can and will be answered via, in the comments. Also, they could become live stream topics, so feel free to leave a question or a topic suggestion down below. Anyway, let's get into it. This is a group of questions that I have. I put these together in an effort to answer these together because they all seem to ask about the same question or talk about something similar. So the first thing is, the first question or first comment comes from DJ Cold Cut. All right, not cold, but cold. Like coal that you cook with. DJ Cold Cut. He said, "What up, Dash, from Los Angeles, California?" He said, "I love your Ask Dash series." Well, thank you, sir. He says, "Keep up the good work. Unable to catch your live stream, so here are a few questions for the next one." All right, well, bam. He kind of like, I didn't even put one and one together that he was asking about some things to put on the live stream. But here we're just gonna answer them here. So he says, "Why, at least, are offset smokers so popular? Why is there so much effort made to make smoke and heat go sideways? It's just not natural. Seems like vertical smokers will be more effective in that heat and smoke naturally rise." You have a very valid point, sir. Very valid point. But you also kind of have to think about this. If I were to make a vertical smoker, or excuse me, let's start with the offset smoker. If I were to make an offset smoker, I have my heat and fire over here, and I'm trying to make sure I'm in frame. So my heat and fire over here, and then my cooking chamber is here. Can you make, heat and smoke do rise, but heat and smoke, just like water, will try to take the path of least resistance. So if you make it so that the heat and smoke can travel, you can force that heat and smoke to do what you want it to do. I don't know why or how or who said that the standard type of cooker was going to be a smoker, but I kind of think it's just because we cook and use tables a lot or frequently. And cooking on a table sometimes can be easier than cooking on shelves, especially because as the things go up, they just, I know there are times when I have to stand on a stool to get to the higher shelf in my smoker, and the vertical smoker, I have to stand on the shelf when I need to get up higher as well. Now, how do you offset it being so high? You start your fire down lower, and then you have to deal with people like me who may have bad backs, and then I'm trying to, it's just, I don't know the answer to that question. But how about this? If you have a good answer as to why offset smokers are more popular than vertical smokers, when, Cold Cut has a valid point here as to why vertical should be the way more or less to go. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just, spitballing with the answers I gave you. But also, I mean, making a vertical smoker, there's more to it. You have to build shells and slides and more shells, and I'm sure by the time it's all said and done, it's probably really 6 in one hand and half a dozen in the other. But I don't know, man. I don't have the valid the best answer for that question. That question just leads me to more questions. All right, the next question, he says, "What are your thoughts on drum smokers such as Gateway, drum smoker Oklahoma Joe's Bronco Pro or pit barrel cookers. Have you not seen the name of my channel? Well, it used to be just steel drum smokers, but I got my start. I cut my teeth on a steel drum, okay? And I started my business on a steel drum. They're phenomenal. They work very well. And just as you are talking about vertical smoking, the heat and smoke go down in the bottom of those cookers, and the fire goes down in the bottom of that cooker, and the heat and smoke rise up, and it does your cooking. The only problem I have with those drum smokers, or the biggest con with a drum smoker, is capacity. You can only cook so much in a drum smoker before it's just you're stuck. You can't do anything else with it. Alright, so the next question that kind of, again, rolls all in together when we're talking about, these couple questions are asking about different cookers and smokers. So this one comes from Adam. Adam's from AJ's Ironworks, and if you have not or do not know about Adam, definitely go out and check out his channel. And I'm going to try to put it right up there. If I forget, I'm sorry. It's nothing personal, Adam. But Adam says, how is the offset cooker shopping going? Why do you want to cook on one? Alright, so where I live in Baltimore, offset cookers are nowhere to be found. I really want to be able to look at the cooker, put my hands on it, see how thick the metal is, and make a decision on if I'm going to purchase one or not. The reason I want to cook on one is because they are so very popular. There's so many people that are cooking on offset smokers. Am I the biggest fan of offset smokers? Not really, but I think that it is, you know, let's say I'm a popular YouTuber, okay? And how do I get in front of eyes? I buy a car that's popular. I buy a car that is new, and so that I can have relevant content. That's more or less one of the reasons why I'm going to be, or I would like to purchase a offset smoker or something offset-ish like, so that I can, I won't say remain relevant, but to cook on and to expand my repertoire. Because like when I went to Austin and cooked with Marcus from Crimson Creek Smokehouse, shout out to them, Marcus, Jamie. I'd never cooked on an offset smoker, and that's what he had, and that's what he was using. So it's one of those things, I want to have that skill set in my tool belt to be able to cook on offset smokers. And it was an experience, it was a learning experience for me. So that's why I want to cook on one. One of the other things too, when you ask about shopping, I have talked with a local guy about possibly making one for me. Let me take a sip of this coffee here. It's just, you know, other things have to come into fruition. First, you know, I need that redneck financing. Alright, and here's another one, cooker related. Roland says, so do you think it's worth investing in a commercial pellet smoker? I got my pellet to decrease the cost of smaller cooks. It's one of those things, Roland, it's your business will dictate what you should be able to be purchasing equipment for. I am a firm believer of have it before you need it, and buy the biggest thing you can afford at the time, because there are going to be times when you will need a big cooker. There are going to be times when you'll need a smaller cooker. Now, as far as a commercial pellet smoker, I can't answer that question because I don't know the worth of a commercial pellet smoker. That would be something that I would need to do some more research on before I could say, oh yeah, man, you need to go ahead and do a research, you know, you need to purchase that commercial pellet cooker. You put commercial in front of anything and that just turns the dollar signs up, and up, all right? So it's one of those things where commercial grade and consumer grade are two different things for a reason, but there are times when you might be able to get by, especially if you don't have the volume to cook commercial all the time. You might be able to get by with a consumer grade pellet cooker versus a commercial grade pellet cooker. or there's even like a mid-tier type thing where folks are advertising prosumer, kind of a professional and consumer mix. I don't know. Anyway, so hopefully that helps, Roland. I know that probably wasn't much help, but I would have to do more research in order to figure out whether or not the commercial cooker is worth it and or viable, at least in what I do. Thank you guys so very much as always for watching. If you have not already, please just subscribe. I mean, come on now, what you watching for? You haven't subscribed already? I'd greatly appreciate it if you could and would do that. Also, while you're at it, please hit that thumbs up down below. Turn the notification bell on so you can be notified whenever I upload a video. And I'll see you guys in the next one.
More butter, baby.